once again. Okay. All right, Gloria, can you share your screen? I would love us to do the first story, and then we move on to the the order of the day, to the how do you call it? The main issue of the day.
Okay, give me a few minutes while I pull it up.
All right, sure, thank you. Okay. All right, thank you. Thank you very much, Gloria. Okay, so we will soon tackle the issue of the day. That is our big story for the day, and also we delve into our other issues, which is the rise of side chicks and side courts in today's modern Ghana. Also, love or survival. So our main topic today is love or survival. You see that everybody is now doing something just for them to survive. So good evening, everyone, and today is another day for the Vibez and Ventz Show. We are proudly sponsored by the Cruce Foundation, always faithful, and I'm your host, Ellen. I'm doing this today with Ebenezer Nyakun, Mary, Dennis Boache, Francis, Benjamin, and also my able producer, Gloria. So with today's story, I'll go quickly into today's story. Okay, so here it goes. I've dated my man for 8 years, and we are planning to get married. We did introduction last year and plan to do wedding this year. His mother is down with kidney problem. I do go to the hospital to take care of her while her family raise money for her. Last week, the doctor in presence of my man, his mother, and family tested my kidney. And it matched hers. Now his family says if I accept to donate my kidney to her, the money they were supposed to use to continue taking care of her will be spent on our wedding. I informed my family and they all against it. I've gone a long way with my mom. My mother has been crying. She said she doesn't want me to do it, but I really want to get married and do pure white wedding. Wow. His family also said they will give us a house as a marriage. Their last one's kidney also matches, but she is a small girl, just 25 years old, in level 300. My man has been begging me and promised to stop cheating if I do this for him. I love him and my mother-in-law. Please advise without insult. Hello, my able people. I believe you all listened to the story and looking at it. This is a lady in dilemma. She wants to know if she should go ahead with the marriage. She's confused, coupled with her marriage, her parents, and also her new family that she's about to enter. So she wants to know what should she do. Okay, so I think we've all heard the story, and I'll start first with Benjamin. Benjamin Gobin. Benjamin, if you can hear me, what do you think?
All
what do
right.
you think?
Good evening.
Good evening, Benjamin. Benjamin,
Uh,
today I know you're a bad
yeah.
boy, so
So
you're on the streets.
I'm somewhere where I have to make it for the program. I had to just
Okay,
try
okay,
and make it.
okay.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
So
What should our sister do as, as a brother? What would you advise if this is your sister?
I I was surprised that she added the statement advice without insult. When I read it, I was like, why advice without insult? Because already she knows that this matter is a matter that will come with some sort of insult of it. Um, in my case, I would say she should listen to her family because her family knows best. Her mom does not want her to do it. And she's, as though just as we discussed earlier, she's like blinded by love. She's not seeing things clearly. The man has been cheating on her consistently. Now saying that if she donates, he will stop. That is a red flag. Then her sister, the man's sister, kidney also qualifies. He says she's young. At 25 years in level 300, you are not young. She can make that decision too. So she should she should sit up, listen to her parents, remove that love from her eyes. Yeah, when the love tear from the eyes, she may see that it be quite a
And they
excuse
say
my
love
language.
is blind, but I see am for your eyes. You see it in the man's eyes. So love now. Allow the man to show love.
So in my opinion, she should not try. He should not dare give her a kidney because
Okay.
there are other things that can happen that she shouldn't know. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Benjamin. Mary, if you are in the shoes of our dear sister, what will you do? This is between love for your family, love for your man who is constantly cheating without remorse, and you want to do this for his family so that you can have a pure white wedding. I love the fact that she used pure white wedding. It's so intriguing. So, Mary, what are you going to do?
I think as a girl, just the um is the fact that she just wants the wedding, but it's like the fact that the guy is cheating on her, she can't get married to someone like that. So that's like
Okay.
yes. Also, I'm wondering the relationship that she had beforehand with the family of the man. Uh, I'm guessing for her to be in the hospital, it means they have like a close friendship, but it doesn't also look like they have a close friendship if they're using like money to like manipulate her and bribe her. So like I'm thinking if it was in the case where like even if the man was cheating, let's okay, if they had like a close relationship and then she went to visit the mom and then they were like, oh, your kidney matches, then it's like, oh, they are part of her family, like they're her second family, so she can do it. But it is looking like she's around, like she went to the hospital because she probably is with the guy, and he probably took her to the hospital so she could get matched for the kidney. So no, she shouldn't give them the kidney and she should leave the guy because he's cheating on her.
Okay. Is it because the guy is cheating? That's why you're against her donating?
Yeah, mostly because I don't even know why she wants to get married if the guy is cheating, if she knows he's not going to stop and he's only using that like him saying, oh, if you do it, if you give your kidney to my mother, then I'll stop cheating. That's like, so it means you could have stopped cheating a long time ago and you just don't want to stop. Is your mother's kidney that you want to use. So
Okay.
the cheating is a big problem. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Dennis, my darling Dennis, welcome back once again. And if you were to be in this lady's shoes, what will you do? What decision are you going to take regarding your wedding is at stake and also your cheating man is also at stake?
Okay, good evening. Well, like I said on WhatsApp during the discussion,
Yeah.
they don't have good intentions. I mean, the man's family, they are
Okay.
humans, and I think the lady needs serious advice. I mean, serious one, because, like Mary said, how would or why would the man use the lady giving out one of her kidney as maybe a stand to say he's going to stop cheating, that's a lie. So it means if she doesn't do it, he's going to continue cheating, even if they get married. And that's a no. It's a red flag. So I think that alone she should say thing very, very, very
Benny's
well, because
your
this
internet.
have two kidneys. You give one out, you should give out two. I mean, it's not.
Benny's, if you could position yourself well, your internet is kind of.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you now. Benny's?
Okay,
Oh,
so like I was saying, this is hello.
we can hear you. Please kindly
Okay,
continue.
so like I was saying, this is serious. We just have two kidneys. So if you're giving one out, you should actually know who you're giving it out to. In this case, the person is not your direct relative. So I think she should really think about it well. Because she's going to regret it. That's a fact.
All right. Thank you very much, Bernice. Bernice also is having the opinion that she's going to regret it. Okay. Francis, will you base this or will you give such a condition to your woman?
No, certainly not. Because actually, the mother has lived, let me say, most of her life. She has really enjoyed life. So she's just hanging there. Since she can't get it from their family, saying that their last born is younger, blah blah. The lady is also young. I'm not sure. Like she's more than 30 or something.
Okay. She's 25 years.
She's 25 years.
Yes.
No, not the last born.
Okay. The lady should be maybe she should be in her 30s.
No, but she's about to get married, so maybe let's say late 20s or
yes,
30s.
exactly.
She's still young, so you giving one, you don't know what the future holds. Maybe when you get pregnant and your kidney or something can handle the pressure, what will you do? And how is the assurance that the man will stop cheating? There's no assurance. You'll be given a house. Those are all promises, and promises are meant to be broken.
Yeah.
So I would say no. It's a like big no for me.
Okay. So you wouldn't give such a condition to your woman?
No, because the mother she has already enjoyed life.
But this is your mother and this is your woman who you love your mother so much. You want your mother to live longer.
Yeah, but
also around you.
She also has a life ahead of her.
So in your case, you don't want to be selfish.
No.
Okay. All right. So thank you very much, Francis. And also let's go to Ebenezer. Ebenezer Nyako. What do you think? It is our story. What do you think? This whole family drama, everything. Will you advise your sister to do something?
Okay, so my point of view is that assuming I'm in her shoes, okay, I wouldn't take such a risk, because if I donate my kidney, one of my kidney to her, and then the mom is able to survive, offer they are giving is very massive. You know, she shouldn't let wealth influence her negatively, right? So as my brother said, Francis said, in future when the lady gives birth, maybe there's going to be a health problem since she has already lost one of her kidney, right? And this desire to have a white wedding, right? Every lady
you're having a pure white wedding.
White wedding, right? Right. No, she shouldn't. Accept such an offer. Although it is good to have a pure white wedding, but despite the risk involved, health is something that is very vital, and then it's very precious that we all need to consider. Your health is your life.
Is your life.
So I think that. Yeah.
Okay, thank
And
you.
the man is
Ebenezer,
never.
if you could check your network.
Can you please hear me?
Yes, we can now hear you, but your last submission was omitted. So if you can give us that again.
Okay, so I was saying that again, since the man cheats a lot, right? So there's no assurance. I think such a man is well suitable for such a lady. So she shouldn't try.
Okay. Do you think probably, let's say that she's desperate for marriage, or she's valuing marriage over her own life, and also she wants to be a superhero in saving the mother-in-law. This is not even her mother, but the mother-in-law. So do you think she's just playing a superhero, or she's just being desperate for pure white wedding?
Well, I think she's. Well, they've come a long way. 8 years is not easy. 8 years journey, a whole lot of challenges, and then she has been able to stay with a man for a very long time. So I think she's eager to get married. That is how I see it. She doesn't want her time and energy to go.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you all for the submission. And this lady, I guess wherever she is, she will learn some sort of lesson. And I hope she listens to her mother and not do such a thing. Like you all said, there are health complications after these things. And then sometimes some people are not worth it. So I think thank you very much. Thank you all for your submission. So now we go into the real issue of today.
Ellen, I want to add my submission
Okay,
for
sure.
that. Thank you. So I just want people to know, I don't know if anybody's married here, but maybe I'm the only one who is married. So I just wanted to let people know that if the behavior you see during the relationship, you will see 1,000,000% more in the marriage. So if somebody tells you that they are cheating and you still go ahead and marry them and thinking that, oh, God will find him somewhere. No. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. God gave us a brain for a reason, for us to decipher between something that is good and something that is wrong. So I'm giving this as an advice to everybody here, even on the call, that any behavior you see during the relationship, you have to be ready to see like a lot more of it in the marriage, where you would have to be okay with it. You can't later on come out and say, oh, I can't be here. When you saw it, I've seen that with a lot of my friends who, they saw it during the relationship. Now in the marriage, they are complaining that is too much for them, thinking the person will change. People don't change like that. Somebody has lived their life for 30 years, and then you marry them thinking, oh, because you've married them and they're in love with you, they will change. No, even God, when we accept God in church, we don't just change like that. It's a whole process, which sometimes even doesn't work. Sometimes work. And that's why we come back to God for forgiveness. He can, but human beings are very different. They don't change like that. And the way, one thing I also realized is when I was young, yes, we women, we love the white wedding and the big marriage wedding, but it doesn't do anything after they are done with the wedding. You go into the marriage and then you are the only one facing the problem. Nobody will come and face it, because this white wedding she's emphasizing on is just to pepper her friends. It's just to pepper her friends. It's nothing.
Exactly.
The marriage is the important thing. So if you see a behavior in the marriage that you are struggling with in the relationship, you will see a lot more of it. This really is not worth it for this lady to go through it. And they'll come and tell her later on, like people are telling Annie and Two-Face right now. He didn't force you. That's the thing. That they will tell you that we didn't force you to give us your kidney. And that is the most hurtful thing I have seen. So
exactly, you will be hurt more than anything.
Yes. So, and she's a lady. Ladies don't just give out things like that. They give it out because they are in love and they want some faithfulness following it. So if she
Mhm.
doesn't get it, she's the one who will be disappointed at the very end. So this
Thank
thing is not worth it. I always tell women to stop saying, "Oh, me the man," but she like the woman
Overplaying
who's
their parts.
yes, the woman. I've seen my friends where they've paid school fees for their boyfriend, they've paid school fees for then they didn't marry them, and they'll be so,
Yeah.
"Oh, wow, worry me cry she." But when it actually happened, well,
That is
worry
why
no.
you still give energy and I say
Yes, it was something that women don't give things free like that. So man can fly to Japan just to go and give her girlfriend something and come back. Ojana enye she sa. But do that to a woman. It's a whole different game. Emotions are attached and everything. So let's just not even go in. These people shouldn't do this thing. It doesn't work. You saying, "Oh, she." No. It's a baby. Oh yes, it
Do
will.
you something?
Yes. So me, I'm just being realistic towards this. It's usually fantasy thinking, and thinking is love. It's not love. You always have to use your brain at the end of the day. I'm done. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Gloria. That was the whole this is coming from somebody who is already married and she has had an experience. Okay, Benjamin wants to tell us something. Benjamin. Oh, okay. Benjamin is clapping for Gloria.
Oh, I was putting my hands together for our producer.
Yes,
She's done everything.
that is the truth because she's already married and she has seen the thing whereby some people boyfriend are paying school fees. Hey, and you can't husband you. They will pay.
So the men have done it, but when the women start doing it, they complain more. And
Oh
this one, grandma
yeah.
I'm calling way no or small boys am I a boy no baby.
I
Because
tell
boy
you.
So this thing, women, I always advise women, don't go and put your money anywhere, say you're in love. You forget it.
We now already naturally women are stingy when it comes to money already. And
Yes,
then
our money.
we got men
but
stingy.
I
Naturally, we
think they're investing. They're investing.
Not for a woman.
They will
Women,
use
I don't think God made us that way for us to be giving our money, investing our profit.
it is not like
Now
that.
you want to invest your body parts. No, if you do it, you regret it later. I'm telling you, women, they will regret it later and then they want to fight the man. But this one, the man, he has moved on. He has moved on. He's not coming back.
Yeah.
So it's better you think before you act.
You think before you act. Women, everybody that will be watching us all over, please think before you act. As a woman, think before you act. Because when you are giving it out, remember that it will never come back. As a man, you too don't put women in some compromising situation whereby they'll be too involved to let go and then hurting you or your future family or anything. So thank you very much, you all. Thank you for all your submissions. It was that was lovely. So now we go to the big issue, which is love of survival. So the rise of side chickism, and then it's now more like a norm, or is like it looks like the men or probably every husband they meet the love of their life when they are already married. It has become something that Laura, if you can kindly share
fashion.
yeah. So if they can how do you call it? If you have a farm, you need a backyard garden. That's how some of them say it. So we are going to delve into that. We are going to look at love or survival, the rise of side chick or sidecore culture in Ghana, in modern day Ghana today. Because some people also say that this thing has been there because a lot of people are in existence because their fathers had side chicks, or probably they got mistresses that they've been with. So why the fuss about this whole thing? So we are going to look at this relationship, morality, and then the societies. It's like morality is out of. So let's go. Now, first question: should society judge women who openly prefer relationship with married men, or is it a personal choice? What about men who date married women. Like some men do have heart dating married women. You know they fear because there are some men they will always say that they will never sleep in their girlfriend's house because you may never know. So a man, your fellow man's wife, and you are sleeping with him. Sorry, you are sleeping with her. Are you not afraid? Don't you fear God? And the women, there are some women who openly prefer they will date married women because they are caring, they take care of their need, they are not demanding, they are not on them 24/7. Do you think probably they are being irresponsible, or should we judge them? Should we judge side chicks or people or female single women who decides to date married men? Dennis.
Okay, so personally, I wouldn't judge them. Just like the Holy Book says, do not be judgmental. Yes, I'm not going to judge, but then, I mean, it's not something that should be encouraged either. We can talk about it, we can refuse it, we can try to let people see the negative aspects of it. But to judge, well, that's another thing on its own. But I don't think personally, I don't think it's something anyone should even just like it's. Are you not scared? I mean, don't you have fear? Because marriage alone is something that growing up we've all been taught to appreciate it, to we all know it's something sacred, yes, and it's something that is upheld in a certain high standard. So if someone should go all the way to get married, and then the next thing he or she is having a side chick or side cock, we are more used to the side chick. But the side cock, well, honestly, it's the first time I'm hearing the word side cock. Like, it's the first time I'm hearing that.
The women owner, the most talk about.
Yes, exactly. Women, we are suffering. Everything, we are the ones who suffer. But you see, now the men are also getting there. They want to compete. So now they also have a name, side cock. And it's there. It's true. Yeah. Men also like to date married women. And that is just the same as women wanting to date married men. And I don't think it's a good thing at all to me.
All right. Okay. Francis?
Yeah, so first of all, we leave judgment to God. And also, we listen, but we do not judge. We listen.
We don't
anyway,
judge.
So for the women, they see it to be because their needs are being taken care of. So they see it to be like some kind of extra help. But then again, to karma is real. So when it's time for them to get married and their husbands do the same thing with the upcoming side chicks, the ones who are in primary right now. So when their husbands also get in touch with one of them and the same thing that they were doing when they were young to one faithful married woman happens to them, that's when it dawns on them and and now it seems like they take it normal at a point, but since it's karma, they can't stop it.
Yeah.
They can't stop it. So they later understand the effects of it and try to advise the youngest, but it's too late. Higher late. And also for the men, that's a serious thing. Even though they are both serious, but for the men, for a man to have a relationship with a married woman is rare. It's rare. But
Francis, are you saying it's rare?
Yeah, it's rare.
Are you sure? Because
compared to the ladies, you see the ladies there. Yes, it's normal. It's everywhere. They seem to be like a trend.
Men say they are naturally polygamous, so we should accept them as they are. They are naturally polygamous.
when it's open,
So
like it's open, it's normal. When it's open, like both parties are aware. But for this one, a married you like having an affair with a married woman. What about your wife? Assuming maybe that like that person is dating, it's like it's also married. What about your wife? What if
okay.
maybe you are okay? So some men they cheat with other women, but they don't like their wife to do the same thing. So when they see that game, that game is what they don't like. So it seems like some of them can just go mad and stuff, but still they'll still be cheating. They can put their heads on their let's say their married woman, their side chicks, and still be telling them about how hurtful they are with their wife with another man. I think I think it's a normal thing that triggers men, but for men, a man will surely come back home. But when a woman starts those things, she
They
loses.
never come back.
Yeah, she loses her focus.
Okay.
But for a man, he will surely come home. Yeah, I think so. He will surely come back. For women, they don't. They just lose focus, and when
Yeah.
everything crashes, they try and crawl back. But it's late. I late.
All right, I late. Francis says I am late. Okay. So okay, let me have Benjamin also give us his thoughts and opinion on
Yeah.
should we
So
judge people who prefer to date married men or married people because they are saying that financially they become okay when they date people who are married because they are responsible and I think we have ever done a story where there was a guy who was dating an Osofumami and he was in a point.
yeah.
So do we judge these people? Is it their fault or is it the fault of financial hardship?
Yeah, so just as my panelists, my co-panelists have said, we should not judge them. We can't judge them. We leave the judgment to themselves and to the person they worship. But the
Okay.
fact of the matter is that society's morality has degraded massively over time.
Yeah.
I believe strongly that in the olden days, some of these things will be matters that would hardly be practiced or would hardly come out, right?
Yeah.
But now it's practiced so easily
Openly.
anywhere you turn to. Yes, openly. Just last 2 weeks, we had the issue of the Osofumame, who was even
Yes.
saying she herself will go and tell the husband so that shame come on the man. Imagine. So we shouldn't judge, just as Francis said, some of these women, they feel that their needs are being met. And I liked the point he raised so much that when they also get married, and those who are in primary school now, they grow up, and the men are
Nice.
also cheating on their wives with these primary girls. That is karma for you. They feel the pain because they have also been also doing it to
Does karma
the
really
married
work?
men before.
Does karma really work?
Hey, it works so. Hey,
Are you sure? Because there are people who have never dated people's husband, but their husbands are cheating on them. How about that? There are people who they have been very promiscuous in their life and they have gotten
huh?
married. Their husbands are cool dudes. They don't cheat. They don't do any of those social vices.
It's
So
rare. It's rare. It's rare. It's one in 100. 1 in 100. Ah, look at how our producer was speaking out of emotion. Eh? Telling us things that we should be aware of and be cautious of. That whatever attitude you are seeing right now, you are going to see it times 100. If it's good, that means you are going to see it times 100. If it's bad,
okay.
times 100.
Mm-hmm.
So that would mean that these things, whatever you sow is what you will reap. If you do good today, in the future, you may get something good for yourself. Alright?
Sometimes you sow and then you see and talk, so you reap in it. How about
You suffer, then the person you go get will destroy your
you
life
can
totally.
suffer,
Yeah?
you can suffer, still suffer and die in poverty.
Oh,
That's just by
oh,
the way go. But
oh,
sometimes
personally,
when you be so on toy,
yeah,
the best you know. So what is karma? Karma
yeah,
is not
yeah,
do you get it?
yeah. I do. Basically, I feel strongly that I look at the Islamic religion and I see that they said if you feel you can't stay with one woman, you want to cheat, go and marry her and bring her home. If
Okay.
you think you are capable of taking care of 3 or 4 women, feel free.
Mhm.
Instead of cheating, marry them and bring them home. You
Okay.
understand?
Okay.
For Christians, we believe one man, one woman.
One
If you
wife.
cannot stick to it, or one man, one wife, and still we can't stick to it, so why marry in the first place? Be single and let us know that you are
That's
rockable.
it.
You are all weather. Simple.
You
So
are
I
just
feel we
on.
shouldn't judge them.
You're just doing things. Okay, Ebenezer.
Aha.
All right. Thank you very much, Benjamin. Ebenezer, what do you think? What are your thoughts? Let me.
Well,
Let's move on.
I think I think society shouldn't judge, but rather they should not encourage certain acts. You know, it is not healthy for you to date a married man or a married woman. Okay, there are consequences. We have the physical consequences and the spiritual aspects. So, with the physical aspect, it could be that maybe the person you are dating with is having a sexually transmitted disease, right? And you could get it. And as time goes on, you wouldn't notice it. But by the time, you realize you get to a certain stage and maybe you get your partner and you want to settle down with a person, that is when the issue will be popping up, right? You get it? So when the
Okay.
issues will be popping up. It will be too late for you. Okay.
Okay.
And some of these things, I think it do happen as a result of financial
Hardship.
challenges. Okay. Maybe the young girl or the young guy may be having some financial difficulties, and maybe this matured man or maybe matured woman will come in and be like, "Oh, I want to help you, but this is what you also have to do in return." You get it? But you shouldn't follow money all the time. Money is something that can influence you positively and then negatively. So you have to weigh the results and know where you position yourself very well. So I think society, personally, me, I wouldn't judge you. If I see that you are doing something like this, I wouldn't condemn you, but rather I'll advise you to put an end to it. Okay.
But
That's what.
they say when you are coming with advice, come with solution.
Yes, that's true. That's true. But you have to know the person you want to talk
My
with.
solution
There
is
are some
money.
people.
My solution is money. That's why I'm dating a married man. And you are coming to advise me I should stop. Do you have money to give me free without sleeping with me?
Maybe I may not be able to give you money, but I can maybe help you get a work to do. Maybe that work can provide you
Okay, you
money.
you brought a very good point. There are a lot of men. I'm a woman. I faced those challenges a lot of times in my career. So there are times that you need a job. Then I said, "What do you need job for? You're a big woman." That's what some people will say. Yes, you ignore them, but we face harassment. I'm not saying both men and women face harassment. Yes,
Yeah, I'm aware of that.
line of work. And then here lies the case that you want a job. Somebody say, "Oh, I have to," you know what you do before you get the job. Some people sleep with people just because they want to give them job. It's a known fact. So there are some women who would say that they rather want to, do this than date married men, get the money and set up some business and become an influencer and say that the big God, God doesn't mean anything about it so much. How about that?
Well, I know that one too is there. I know most especially it do happens to the ladies when you are going to look for job, and then your boss or the manager will tell you have to give yourself to me before I can give you the job. It do happens. It do happens. But you have to use your brain, as Madam Gloria said. Okay, God has given us brain. Okay, so it is not everything that you need. Give up yourself easy like that.
Okay.
Yeah, you need to apply.
Thank you. Okay. Let me go quickly to the our next topic. Our next question: do married men seeking relationship outside their marriage bear more responsibility than the women they get involved with? Should the same logic apply to married women who cheat with younger men? Do married men seeking relationships outside their marriage bear more responsibility than the women they get involved with? Should the same logic apply to married women who cheat with younger men? I'll start with
Please, may I?
Madam.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, Ellen, I was going to say you forgot Mary, but she can answer the next question.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
All
think
right,
my point was going to go into this question anyway, so I'll just answer that. The thing is, how many of the, I know all the guys are saying, oh, girls go to married men because of financial hardship, but like in our day-to-day, how many women approach men to like propose like love or relationship to them? My point is, in our society, the man is expected to walk to a woman and express his feelings for her. Even there are so many women that even when they like a guy or they think the guy is attractive, they'll just admire the guy and walk away because we can't approach a man. A man approaches a woman. So then why are we then blaming women for being approached by married men who 70% of the time, this is not accurate, married men are not even telling women they are married to begin with. They are just going, expressing their love and creating friendships and establishing trust before
men are always falling in love.
Right? Every time. So it's like why as a society would we then look at the woman who probably, for example, let's say two different scenarios. One, it could be that she's in a financial hardship and she's doing it for the money. But even if she's doing it for the money, who made themselves available to be used for money? Is it not the married man? Is it not the same married man that has taken vows to respect his marriage and respect his wife, but then is still going around asking other people to be with them? So to answer the question, there's no way that women should be put in responsibility or should bear responsibility or should be judged or should be talked about for being with any married. And then on the flip side, if married women that cheat with that one, I'll leave it for someone else to answer. But
okay, all right, thank you. Thank you very much, Gloria.
Yeah, so the question 2, I just wanted to share some
Why
experience.
Okay.
Ebenezer, you have a question?
Ebenezer?
Oh, no, please.
Okay. All right.
No, please.
Okay. So like Mary said, some of these men will not tell you that they are married. There are some innocent women out there who are still in a relationship with somebody for 5 years. Our worry will be, they are thinking this man is going to marry them. You know, when I had a cousin who was dating a married man in our teenagers, and I was very judgmental towards my cousin.
Okay.
As I grew up, I was dating somebody who later on went to get married in Ghana, and I was not aware. So when I found out, I had to, I'm very spiritual. So I was like, oh my God, by now this woman is campaigning on my head. She's campaigning and raining curses on me that I am not aware of. And you see, I think Nigerian ladies will say, when they ask men if they are married, some will say, maybe, if you want me to be.
Some will say that, maybe, I don't know, I forgot I'm married.
Silly answers. So sometimes the women are so innocent. Yes, for me, it is God that revealed it to me. With even less than 1 week, I had found out. So God saved me my time. As a woman, we know how time is important to us.
Yes, time is important.
So
you
if not that,
and he will be with you, and then you will never know, and he will never marry you.
Yes, I would have been in that relationship for 10 years now.
Wow.
Would have been there waiting, say, hey, when would they marry? Yes. So there are men like that.
When can we marry and all those, they say you are sounding desperate. But
yes.
I have calculation, like a woman has time.
Yes,
Men
we have time.
don't have.
We have
The
time
only
because
time
if
they
somebody
have
wants to
is
give birth,
time.
you have time. So sometimes the women are very, very innocent. I can tell you right now, there are still innocent ones out there. They are dating these men. They don't know that they are married.
They are married, exactly.
And the worst one is if you are sleeping with them and they get you pregnant and they'll be telling you to abort. That one is even worse. When I hear those stories, they hurt my soul.
I'm telling you.
You'll be aborting, and then when you get married, you can't give birth. So if the guys here, sometimes the women are seriously innocent. The only one more story I wanted to share is the story where the lady who was working at the bank decided to go and sue somebody's husband in court. That was the boldest Gen Z move I had ever seen in Ghana.
That woman, that time, that was a wild. I'll tell you,
that was the boldest Gen Z move. Go and sue somebody's husband in court because he didn't give you, what he promised you.
No,
wow.
No, Gloria, with that story from the beginning, when I heard the lady's side, because the man didn't talk much because he knew he was guilty. To say, I'm not, maybe I'm not being fair, but you see, you're married. The lady didn't throw herself at him, I'm sure. And this man knew he was married, and this man was pursuing her because she said she was doing her national service or something. And this man was
in the bank.
He didn't give him the attention until it was overwhelming. She had to give him. You understand? So that was where I was like, okay, so what Hanache? She's just tired. I'm sure that bitterness was what resulted in the suing. Although, like, everybody was trying to say that she didn't do well, why should you side chick? Why would you sue a married man? You see how society is, because they're now.
Yeah, but she's in Ghana. Why did she think she will win in court in Ghana?
You see,
that was impossible.
As at the time. So no, she proved the point. So like,
she proved she was bold. That one, she just proved that she was bold. But they said they gave her an offer. She was supposed to continue her national service. There's no job in Ghana. You've been given an offer as in the bank. And this man told you to leave the offer because he said he would take care of you. Yes, it is a verbal contract. But in Ghana, that thing will not hold anywhere. I am telling you.
It won't hold.
It won't hold anywhere. If you are smart, you still keep the job and then you do what you want to do. But to leave a job because some man somewhere verbally promised you. I would have been happy if she had it on contract.
Exactly.
Written contract. Exactly. Then I would have known she was much more smarter than that. That's it for me.
But she didn't play that particular game very well.
Yeah, no, because she wasn't prepared. And somebody, one of my uncles here, they knew their wife on the WhatsApp group. So this woman had to suffer some shame in the WhatsApp group. Yeah, in the WhatsApp, they said the wife was a doctor.
Oh.
Yeah. So if they say a man will stain your wife, that's one of the examples.
Sort of embarrassment, and the man too didn't take it easy. At the end of the day, they both lost, but the damage was very severe on both their parts, though. But because a lot of times this side chick game and all those things, men will always be men. They are happily married, though, but they still want happy ever after. Like they want happy ever after outside their happiness. I don't know how they do it, but like, okay, so Francis, our next question, what do you think? What's your opinion? Do married men seeking relationship after they're married bear more responsibilities than the women they get involved with? Should we use the same logic to apply to married women who want to be with younger guys?
Well, they bear more responsibilities because right now you are taking care of two women. That's if you've not neglected your home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're taking care of two women. When you start those things, and maybe the lady has this native doctor and they do those Nigerian things, those Nigerian movies and the Ghana movies, they just blow something in your eyes and they take over your husband. So with that one, yeah. So with that one, you forget to maybe taking care of the side chick. But if if it's the normal way, you can be taking care of home and the side chick. And also when kids also come inside too, that's a lot of burden. Well, maybe like the man is capable to has the capabilities to handle the pressure. Some they find it like if the wife also doesn't do like her part in the relationship in the marriage, that's when the husband resorts to outside flint and stuff. So I think the woman has to do her part very well, and sometimes women can also do their part very well. But once a cheater, always a cheater, and it's
But
animal.
always a cheat. Okay. Okay, so Francis, are you married?
No, I'm not.
Will you take a side chick if you should be married?
No, I'd rather be
Why?
single. Why?
Yes.
Because I find it to be like stress. It's stress.
Yeah, the type who doesn't like too much stress. Women were
No,
out.
no
Some men
stress.
will tell you that one, I can't sleep. Not
Before two, no, it's stress. Because you have to be hiding. You have to be hiding, and you have to mute. You have to do a whole lot of settings. Oh, when there's a call, you have to. Oh no, it's stress. It's
Well,
stress.
some people are able to manage it well. They will say, "Don't call me, don't text
Yeah,
me."
yeah, but
Call
how long can you hide it? How long can you hide it?
Yeah.
It will surely come out one day. A
One
born one day into for that one day.
kind.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Francis. Benjamin,
I'm here. Yeah.
if you get married, would you want to have a side chick?
Oh no, that goes against everything I stand for and everything I believe in. So it's out of the
What
picture.
if your wife is giving you attitude? Don't you think you want to have find pleasure outside?
Oh no, I'm not sure. That's why we want to take our time and be very selective. It turns out
Okay.
good good friendships. Um, you take good friendship into marriage, you'll be to be successful. So I'm building good friendships with my lady here. Yeah,
Okay, I
and
wish you all the best though, but you can always be careful. You can never be careful. Let me put it that way. At the end of the day, you can be very picky and still pick rubbish. Do you understand that?
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So what is your take on married men seeking relationship outside their marriage? Do they bear more responsibilities than the women they get involved with? Because obviously, if you are going to date a woman who is not as a married man, what do you want? Maybe I want
You would,
financial support. You also want the
yeah,
sex, and
yeah.
and then what you like a married man, yeah, you have everything. You don't expect me inside chick to come and wash for you, to come and do lovey with you, probably maybe buy you gift and all those things. But all I want is the money. So what do you think?
You will notice that most of the time the people that have this extramarital affairs are people that will say they are financially sound most of the time.
Okay.
You will not see a broke man
Now
who is Debbie. Oh, yeah, or no person or running very trade too. ABS one, or you know, so those one the class one again is he has his way of making his fun, but most of the time, people who approach others to want to have this extramarital affairs, they are well to do a bit. They are financially sound. So the responsibility is not much. But when I get and say I need so and so, or then no more is soon. But
It's
oh really it's soon. So the responsibility is not too much for them today because they are financially sound. For the
okay.
women, for the women, sometimes these women they are also
Financially
high class
stable.
ladies who want these young boys to service them well. So they too the men may not demand so much, but they will be supplying. They will be giving
They
the
will be
gift.
supplying because
Ah,
women cheat for a reason. Do you believe that women cheat for a reason, but men don't?
hey, women, you cheat, you go cheat for every other anything. The man can just come and say, look at the way he's coughing, useless man, and you go and cheat on him. So that's for your reasons for cheating. It's plenty.
But what is a
Men,
man's reason for cheating?
or if a man would cheat, men will normally, some men are womanizers. They've been doing
Okay,
it since childhood.
they
Like
can't
they
be
just like
faithful.
to, as for them,
Since
even if
the
they marry, yes, since the 80s, even if they marry, they will still cheat. And some
Okay,
men, because of lack of respect in their marriage, their marriage
okay.
partners don't treat them with respect. And men, we dwell on respect. If you don't respect a man, it's like you have, he's nothing, and he can't stay with you. He will surely move out.
Okay.
So, in my opinion, that's why I think men cheat. But women, you guys, even now that we are talking, somebody's planning on how to cheat. Simple. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. You know
No,
now.
what? I did not get that
it's
part very well. Can you hammer that part again? Oh, come on, Benjamin. I want to hear that part. I didn't hear that part.
I,
true.
No,
okay,
I did
Aiden will
not
tell you.
get.
Aiden will tell you.
I want you to say that part again.
I'm saying that.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Hello.
I'm saying that women cheat for every other reason. For
Okay.
nothing, it could be just that they find someone so attractive so much that when the person just says, hello, hi, I want to be your friend, they open up for the person. And as we are talking here this evening, and people are watching us now, that lady
Yeah.
watching us today is thinking about how to cheat on her man right now as we are talking.
Plenty in the pipeline. Plenty.
Ah!
Benjamin, thank you very much for your submission. Thank you very much. Benny, do you have anything so that we just move on to the next question? I think we need to have okay.
Yes. So I'll just for my submission, I'm just going to use this recent scenario. So my mom attended the funeral. Apparently she knew the deceased, so she had to attend, and she came back telling me funny things that went on, like scenes that went on at the funeral grounds. Apparently the man was married to a British, yes, let me put it that way. And they have just one daughter, just one child. That's his legally married wife that everyone knows in the family. They've been married for 35 years.
Wow.
And yes, 35 years. He has been living abroad for so many years, but he comes. The wife has never been to Ghana. But their daughter, sometimes she's in Ghana, other times she's with her mom abroad. So she's kind of familiar with the Ghanaian culture. And the mom had to come down to Ghana to attend. I mean, she's now a widow, so she had to come down to Ghana, take part in the rites and everything. And interestingly, other women came with children. I mean, a lot of people. And when he got to introduction, this person, about 16 people, grown-ups, bore the man's surname.
Whoa.
Yes, 16. So the man has 16 extra children aside his one daughter, so 17. And there was a whole lot of sin because some of the side chicks didn't understand that their children's names were not on the poster, the card. There was nothing. The family doesn't know them. They didn't know the man was married and blah blah blah. They've been with the man 15 years, some say 10 years, some say this number of years, and it was something else, according to my mom. So everyone was shocked. And the man has really done was he took care of all the 16 through school. They are all well to do, has his surname, but no one in the family knows any of them. They only know the one daughter from his wife, his legally recognized wife.
That's a legend.
Yeah, so I mean, I was just like, wow, it's things like this. You're going to have a lot of response. Just imagine if this man was not well to do. These children, how would their parents? He's dead now. they are in, they've attended the funeral, they will definitely demand some, because the women will be like, I took care of the child on my own, all alone, and blah 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 blah. And some knew he was married, others didn't know. Those who were with him for long didn't know he was married.
Wow.
And yes, so that was it. I think there's more responsibility when these things come up. So, and for the women's part, I don't think there'll be a lot of responsibility, unless, of course, because it's at the end of the day, it's the woman who is going to take care of the young man.
Yes.
So, and I don't think she's taking care of her husband. Probably her husband is even the one funding her, and she's also funding her side. Yes. So for this, it's not. I will not put them on the same level. It's going to be different for you. Yeah.
All right. Sure. Thank you very much. Is side chick and side culture becoming more accepted in Ghana? What does this say about our modern relationships and commitment? Mary. Okay, I think Mary.
1 second. I don't know if it has become more acceptable, but I would say with the internet, it's become more like everything is out there in the open.
Okay, all right. So so what's the effect on our relationships and commitment? Because now it looks like everybody who is married must have some side piece that they go and pull off every time. Probably maybe even
that may not be true, because you have to. That may not be true, but then commitment is like a individual thing. So like every individual measures their commitment. I don't know if we can measure it on like a societal level, but like in terms of modern relationships, are we valuing relationships more, or are we valuing like more casual relationships? There's more.
I think more casual relationships. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much, Mary. Thank you for that. Ebenezer, what's your thoughts? What's your thought on this?
I also think side chick is becoming more frequent in Ghanaian society, although it is not legal, right? Yeah, but it's becoming more rampant in the society, because these days most of the married men and the women is very painful. He had plenty children with a lot of women. So most of the times it's very difficult communicating with the relatives, because we are not of the same mother, of the same father. We are not come from the same mother and the same father. So if you need something from one maybe brother or one sister, it's very difficult for you to get it. Very, very difficult. And it is one thing that I would never repeat that on art. I would rather stick to one person, and then we grew up, and then we build ourselves together, than moving to this person to have children, going to a different person to have children. No, I won't try that. It's very, very bad.
All right. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you very much, Ebenezer. Okay, so now love versus financial security, because it looks like for the love of money, we are all doing a lot of things. Are people engaging in relationship with married individuals for love, survivor, or financial security? So I'll start that with Francis.
So actually, in this current world now, I think they say sika kakra or kakra. Yeah. So right now the love there is fully like the foundation of love is money, because right now before you even start a relationship, like you need a capital, because you need a capital to start a relationship now in Ghana, because they say first impression. You can't just impress by having money. So you need a capital. So you have to do susu when it's riches for a dinner. And now, BBA, any girl you want to take out, they like I said once they prefer bougie dinners. So
but
if you don't have money, how can
that
you do
is
that?
why there is a proposal. If there's a proposal, then there's a capital.
Yeah, but you are being like weighed on the proposal. They'll look at your appearance up and down. They'll weigh you. They have to weigh your asset before see it's a kind of before they accept your proposal. Because
So
right now
is it the men or the women?
the women now no, but like who are those? No, but who are those like
in regards like most of you men walk up to a woman, want to please her and all those things. You are getting her all those things. I say, a woman needs financial security to settle down. That is a fact that you cannot scrap.
yeah. So like where from the love? Yeah, so just cancel the love out there.
Love is we can't cancel love out. We can't rule out
love is so me. I say that love is just 10%.
And now this Ghana here, Jumana love I take it glory.
Yeah, because like sometimes people just get blinded with money and they just mistake it as love. It's money that they want. So like when the money stop coming, you say that the love will drop one time, and you wouldn't understand. But it's all about the money.
Ebenezer,
Yeah.
you are.
I wanted
Your mic is on. You were saying something. Francis was on the floor, so let Francis finish, and then you come in. All right, thank you, Francis.
So for me, I'll say the financial security is more. Yeah, because there's nothing like love anymore. Love doesn't. Love exists between family members.
Even now, when you are not financially stable, you don't have any financial backings, nobody respect. They will even invite you for family meeting.
No. Even if they invite you, you be the one to like arrange the chairs and also give them water. Yeah. There's no respect now if you don't have money. So I think the financial security is the best.
Because let's say for instance there's a funeral at home and you go, your judge will be like, oh, you sit down, the rest of the family members will rent the canopy and all that. You true. Dashing the money out.
That one, yeah.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Francis. Ebenezer.
Yeah, so as my brother Francis said, these days if you don't have the money, if you're a guy and you don't have the money, Charlie, I beg you, it's going to be very tough. But this is one advice I also give it to the ladies.
Okay.
If this is one advice I also give it to the ladies. Okay. If you really want to build a long-lasting relationship, you don't have to. Your concentration shouldn't be always money. As he said, sika kakra, odo kakra, right? So that you. It's offer because the system is very hard. We are all managing, right? We are all managing. So if at the moment or at the beginning of the relationship, maybe the person is financially stable and it got to a certain point, the person become broke. Doesn't mean you are going to leave the person because he's broke.
But you're broke.
No, it shouldn't be so. You have to support your partner, okay? In terms of difficulties, you have to support your partner. And when it comes to brokenness, I quite remember.
Okay.
I quite remember when I completed senior high, and I was home, and then always I have to depend on my relative for money and other things, and the kind of treatment they were giving me is quite different. When I had a job and I was seriously earning something was also different. So it means that when you are broke, Charlie, if you don't take care, your whole life will be
messed up. Now we need
Sure.
to when you do, like you don't have money, you are like a deadline. Man without money is a living corpse. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Benjamin.
Then if that is the case, if that is the case, that is why this time around most of the guys do pretend. They don't come as most of them do hide their work when they are starting a relationship. They
Who is
hide
that?
it
Who is that?
because they know that.
What are they hiding? Especially the people who usually hide the money is those who have peanuts. Who needs cow?
Hey. Hey. You know that Sammy JC emoji where we say, hey, hey.
That's Samjata. Samjata was the one who did that.
Okay.
Okay.
So
All right. So let me go to the next question. And is there a double standard in how society view women dating married men versus men dating married women? That's the side cock and the side chick. Why is one often criticized more than the other? I say we don't talk more about the men own. Benjamin.
Yeah, obviously we'll talk more about the women because in our society, with our moral standards, we feel that women are in subjection to men. So as a woman, your head is the man, and then you pass the man back and go and cheat. Then you have not tried, you have not done well. But men, because men are caregivers and men provide for the family, when they do it, it's not really that serious as when a woman does it. Somebody gave an example, an illustration that you take a cup, you pour water inside. If 10 men put their hand in the water, you can't drink it. But if 10 women hold the cup, you can still drink the water from the cup. So if a man should cheat, it's not as serious as a woman cheating. So society has made it seem that way, and we mostly criticize women than we criticize men. But it shouldn't be that way. It's wrong. It's
Are
wrong.
you interviewing the hypocrites? Because they are doing the same thing.
Come again?
I said, isn't it hypocrisy?
Yeah, it's hypocrisy because you say don't do it, but you are doing it. You say this and then you are doing what you say don't do. It's plain hypocrisy. And I wanted to raise a point that normally the people who do this started during their relationships or during their courtships or during the dating process.
Okay.
A woman can be dating 4 men at a go because she says she doesn't want to put all her eggs.
We want to know you people. But men do the same thing. You people sum up and say, I want to choose. You are doing something so that you choose. Men do the same. Men do it more than women.
Aha. But here's the
They
case
do
where now
something.
women give themselves for men different men to use.
Thank you very much, Benjamin.
Yeah. Sure.
Thank you very much, Benjamin. Mary, what's your take?
Is there a double standard? It's because we have the social hierarchy.
Okay.
So like people see men as, or people see women as less than. And I'm guessing like from biblical times that women are seen as like helpmates of men. So then men are seen as like they are more smart or they are more capable.
Okay.
Throughout today, we've been saying, oh, is the nature of men. That's men. Men will be men. But if we're not putting, if they are the bigger speeches or they are the bigger gender, then why are we not putting pressure on them to make different choices and be different? And people are saying, oh yeah, then I'll be Buffy. But then it's like, okay, men should change instead of saying men should be men.
Okay. All right. Okay, so let me go to my final question, and that is, should there be any legal consequences involving people who knowingly engage in relationship with married individuals? Do you think we need some legal? I think we do have though, but should there be any legal consequences in this regard, where people know that this woman is a married woman, but they go in for them, and also a lady knowing very well that a man is married but still going for should there be any legal consequences or legal battle for something like that? People knowing very well that individuals are married, but they still want to engage with them. Should there be any legal listing for it? Francis?
Well, I think like it's their choice. Some of them is their choice. So since there's freedom, it's their choice. So I don't think maybe there should be a legal or action. But in some countries, I think in China, no, in some country, they have a law for that.
Okay.
So like there's no adultery and all those things.
Adultery.
So in some countries, but I don't think, because you have your own money,
But
and maybe
some people are saying that if something like that happens in Ghana, comedy amount to.
Yeah, it's true.
So do you support the legal legal consequences attached to it?
Well, for me, I don't support. Yeah, I don't support it, because I think maybe it's their choice and they chose to do that, knowing that it will hurt their partner, but still.
They are doing it on the blind side. Say and chill, you have not cheated.
Well, guilty to until we're in table. Yeah, I think so. But well, that's all.
Thank you very much, Benis.
Yeah, I think, well, I think there should be legal action attached to this, because you know fully well you are going after a married man or a married woman. You should also think about the effects that's going to have on the person's family. So, for instance, what if the person's partner, wife or husband, finds out there's a sin, or a sin is caused, and in the process someone is hurt? That becomes a criminal case. And not just that, but then you are causing emotional abuse. To, because if you are dating someone's husband and say the person is neglecting the wife or husband, the person is going to go through emotional abuse, and that alone can be taken to court or can be reported. I can go to the police station or DOPSU and report my husband, or a man can go to DOPSU and report his wife. Oh, my wife is causing me emotional abuse. It's part of domestic violence. So I think there should be legal action, and I fully support that. I think that way people should be educated more on these things, that it's not just about I need money, I need to survive, but then you should also think about the person's family. If the person should find out, how is it going to turn out? Some will quietly walk away, will not do anything. Others might do something, and in the course, lives might even be lost. Yes, and if there are children, now neglect is a crime, emotional abuse is a crime, physical abuse is a crime. So a lot can come, or there's a lot involved in these kind of issues. So I fully support legal action.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you. Okay, so I think Benjamin, do you have any submission you'd love to add so that we can call it a day?
No, I think we have spoken extensively about this matter, and myself, I've learned a couple of things. So, nothing else to say. Thank you for the opportunity.
All right, thank you. Thank you all for joining. I think we've come a long way. Today is another episode of the Vibez and Ventz Show, and then we are proudly sponsored by the Cliche Foundation. Always faithful. Always follow us on TikTok, WhatsApp, TikTok, WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter, X, and also on YouTube. We are live on YouTube every Friday in this month of February. So we're going to do this again next week, Friday, and it's going to be another roller coaster. It's going to be another exciting program. I'm your host, Ellen, and I did this with Ebenezer Nyaku, Benis Wachi, Mary Obri, Francis Boame, Benjamin Brobe, and also Gloria, my able producer, who is always in the background, giving me all the stories that comes your way and everything, all the questions. And so thank you very much, everyone. Thank you for watching. Thank you for also participating in today's program. But it's been another wonderful one. So we meet again next week and have a wonderful program again. That's on Friday. So meet you at 7 p.m. on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and X, and Instagram as well, with the Vibez and Ventz. Have a wonderful evening.
Bye.
Bye. I thought you were just